That's us live. Alright, let's get set up a bit better. Right, let me see, can I get... Hello. Hello, Mr. Crash and Bash. Hello, Alan. No way, so it is live then, it is working. You'll have to bear with me, because I have no idea what I'm doing. The computer was having a bit of a meltdown when I turned it on. But I've got it going now. What I'm trying to do now is find my own live stream so I can see and interact using the laptop rather than on my phone, because if I miss stuff, yeah, you're live. This is new. Yes. Yeah, I don't know why. I thought I've got to be down here and I've got to be cleaning this, so somebody else may as well go through the pain with me. View my channel. This is what I'm trying to do. What I should have done is pre-prepared all this earlier. Right. I think... Oh yeah, you're off, love. Yeah, cheers. Thanks for that. But at least you came. Fair enough. See you later, love. Right, there we go. I have got the comments now up on the laptop, and I'll just leave the phone going there. I don't know how much phone percentage I've got, 50 odd percent. We'll see. Might be 10 minutes, might be, I don't know, an hour. Oh, Michael. Oh, no way, Michael. That is gutting news. Good evening, Craig. Have you heard the news from Traxxas? They have discontinued the Revo and all the related models, like the Summit. That is gutting, because I really like that platform. I do wish I'd kept mine. I had a Nitro Revo that was just epic. Absolutely loved it. And I had the Summit, and I did brushless my Summit, which is something that people say, oh, you shouldn't really do that. But I done it. And I only ran a mild 4S brushless system in it. But it ran fine, it coped all right. The diffs didn't explode every time I take it out. I've only got one, my worst truck for diffs exploding. It is that thing over there. Bloody X-Max. At the moment though, the X-Max is fine, but yeah, the Revo being discontinued is a bit annoying. Well, a bit sad, not annoying, a bit gutting. Stop. Hunter. Who's Hunter? Hi Hunter, stop. What am I stopping? I've stopped while we were waiting. Yeah, the 2.5R will be, the 3.3 would be cool as well, but I blew it up. What's my laptop doing? Let's turn that off. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what's going on. Can't figure out what's happening. Anyway. I won't spam, yeah, I think I've got a good idea who I know who that is. So, yeah, Michael, are you sending all your Traxxas stuff back? Because I'm not sure I am going to send mine. For what it's worth, I don't know, I might just buy the new pads when mine wear out. Or tighten it down so hard that they ain't slipping anyway, they'll just break. But I thought, why not get you in on here? While I'm dusting this down, trying to get the dirt off it. It's something I should have done a week ago, but I've been too busy playing with the X-Max and other things, and this gets left, and it's a shame because I've got a lovely new set of tyres for this. This is the Max that I beat on heavily. This is the abuse truck that just takes everything. Do you want to inform me what G-O-Y-D-A means? Goyd. It'll be something. I'm too old to understand what that means. You're going to have to educate me. Right, how in depth of cleaning this do I go? Do I start taking it fully apart? Am I gay? No, if I was, life might be a little bit different. No, I am married to a woman. I've had a few people ask though. Not am I gay, but you know, oh, are you married? I'm surprised that I'm married. This message is held for a review. I need to see what's been held in review. I can't see anything else. I'm laughing at some clown on the internet. How many C batteries are in that beast? In which beast? Only my Slash, I don't use my Revo anyway, so it's no risk, and my Rustler I don't use anymore. They are my only affected Traxxas RCs. Surprisingly, the TRX4 and 60 are fine. Right. Nice, still running nitro there. Ooh, Jimmy Flip, nice one there. Yeah, I loved my old nitros, I really did. Grew up on, well, originally started on brushed cars. The old Tamiya's, old kits that you put together. Bought one originally, so I've had really old brushed, and then I moved on to nitros. And then once I got brushless, thought, oh yeah, this is a lot easier. just as quick. Okay. You enjoy your night out in Birmingham. Whatever floats your boat. A nitro would be cool again though. Although, I'd just get a 2-stroke. I think I'd forget the nitro, but 2-stroke definitely. I do miss that engine, the noise when you're playing. Although the wife does complain about the noise of the X-Max. She said that's too loud. I suppose it's a little bit loud, but it's not too bad. Oh man, I've neglected this truck. Still, it's all working. It's all together. What's going on in the comments? Good evening, Mr. Chris with a C. How are you doing, my man? It's nice to see you here. Thank you for joining me. Don't look at my Max. You'd be ashamed. This thing is beat up. But as I say, I could chuck a battery in this now and just go rip. It will take it. But I did have it out last week. Mud has stuck to it. I've like rotated the wheels every now and again. But yeah, I've just let it sit here and go all crusty and dry up. So I thought, why not come down, stick a live on, start just poking it with a stick and a brush and see what happens. That's about as far as my plan has gone. What are you doing? It's probably easier, right, reading off this. Yeah, that's better. The Evo Rush, Michael, nice. Very nice. I did like them. Nice, Jimmy. What's that? Tamiya kits back when I was a kid in the 1970s. Yeah, the electrics when we only had Nicads. Yeah, the old mechanical speed controllers that were just powered by a servo, and it would be a dodgy servo at that. Then something would stick or get jammed and that's it, you're off. Good old things, and proper like resistor blocks on them that got so hot you'd burn your fingers. What is Mr. Chris up to? He's having a beer, ordering a new bumper for the X-Max. Yes, mate, I'm looking forward to your video. Is that out yet? I've not even been on to have a look. If that's out, this live is ending and we're going to go and watch that. But I am looking forward to your run with that. Jet Wash GT85, show me brand new. Yeah, yours will. this one not so much. I mean, my X-Max is pretty good actually. If we get through cleaning this or bored or whatever and people want to have a look at stuff, I will grab up whatever and see how it goes. But yeah, this will get brushed down tonight. Might get sprayed and a bit of a cloth. I could take it apart and do some bits on it, but really, I mean, mechanically, this all works. I could chuck wheels and a battery in this and good to go. But we will clean this one up a bit. The X-Max is doing all right, actually, at the moment. I was going to get out with it today, but just the day got away with me. I got out a little bit, but nothing too exciting. I need to get it out and do some proper big bashing with it. Feeling some big air or some big truck racing. big truck racing. That's what we need, isn't it? What was it called earlier? Big daft trucks. That's what they are. They are big daft trucks. It's got nitro. You've got a nitro coming, Chris? No way. Yeah, boy, you got nitro coming. Oh, yeah. Lenny would like to see a nitro running. JP did bring his nitro out over the New Year's Eve couple of days that we went out on. Big daft truck racing leagues. That is what we need. And that is what we shall have. We will do big daft trucks racing. We absolutely will. You've still got the wheels and tyres for your old Rush Evo somewhere. Mate, I would have blown those up so long ago. Blowing up tyres seems to be a thing. It happens a lot. Or I rip and shred them just due to the areas that we run in. They're very rocky and stony. Yeah, Chris is in on that. We'll have a leaderboard. Yeah, too right. We'll run it, you know, every few weekly. We could even do different locations. Even one a month. Do whatever. I'd do. I'd do one a week. Michael. My RCs are off the road per se, yeah, for winter unless it snows. Unless we know, yeah, it never snows. It doesn't, mate. Have you had any snow down by you, Michael? Because I tell you what, we have had none here in Mac. Absolutely zero. Nothing. I was gutted. I was ready for it. The X-Max was ready. I'd stayed up late and everything and made sure it was all ready to go. And then we had like no snow, just tiny bits of flaky mush came out the sky, and then it was just wet, and that was it. It was rubbish. Right. Oh, one thing I might have to do. Yes, I do. I need to tighten this pinion before running. Oh yeah, and I need to get a battery tie down because I snapped it on the skate park run a few videos ago, trying to double backflip it and landing on its roof, and the battery tried leaving, and it took the brace out with it, and it was around here somewhere, but I don't seem to be able to find it at the moment, so it's not going back in. I'm waiting to work at 5. Traxxas X-Max Ultimate France. Nice. Hello there. Nice to have you here. You got the X-Max Ultimate. That's what Mr. Chris with a C has got. He's got the X-Max Ultimate. Mine isn't quite an Ultimate. Mine's over here somewhere. Yeah, there's mine. Over there in the corner, it's fine. This one's just the Max. Oh, there we go. That's it, Chris. You know him, I'm guessing. I'm going to have to take this apart to properly clean it. I do realise that. But I suppose it's worth doing because it has been a bit neglected. To say, I should have been a bit more prepared. But it started in a panic. Well, not a panic, but I turned the laptop on and it was like, oh, you haven't turned me on for over a month or whatever it is, I've decided I need to do a massive update. Craig, I have found the RPM replacement for the front, dude. You might like it. It's only £9.50. I like that. I like it when things are only £9.50 and they're not ridiculous money. Want to do more to the 6x6. Your old truck, but the joys of saving for the wedding. Yes, mate, congratulations. I look forward to that. I'm hoping we're all going to get an invite, yeah, the whole RC crew. All of us. We'll get everybody to turn up to your wedding. We'll all bring RC cars. I bet your wife would love that. Mine would tolerate it. No, I don't think she would. Wonder if she's still watching. What are the chances of getting her to bring tea down to the garage? Yes, Chris. Shall I send you the link? Yes, please do. Because, in fact, an RPM one, do you know what? Let's move this. I'll get the X-Max up here. Because I might have the RPM one on it already. Yeah. I don't know if that's an RPM one. Yes, that there says RPM on it. Yes, it does. But my bumper's all fine. Michael, too right, would be awesome. I mean, Rhiannon might kill me afterwards, but it would be totally worth it. Yeah, mate, why not? Chris, yeah, awesome. So they hold up, yes. Well, they hold up very well. I've not broken this one yet. So, you know, that I am happy with. Now, I have broken a little bit on the inner one, and I've broken the same piece on the rear bumper now twice, like 2 times out running. Bought a brand new one, went out with JP, wasn't even out that long, landed a bit on the back and it snapped in the same place. Now I know it's cold and whatever else, but I was a bit like, oh, it was brand new. X-Max, the king Traxxas. Yes, it really is. It is a beast. You do have to love its just massive daftness. Michael, I still can't believe I had that X-Max and somehow got it in my RC corner. Yeah, it is a bit of a unit, like. It's quite scary now because I've got used to the size of it. It's something that's, you know, normal to me now. I take it out, it doesn't even seem that big. I just blast it around. Then when I met up with JP, JP's like nervous of it hitting him, and rightly so. It makes you realise, oh yeah, they are quite big. They are quite a big thing. But yeah, so I have got that RPM bit, Chris, is the answer to that. I'll get rid of this and carry on cleaning other stuff. But yeah, this is ready to go. Wanted to get this out today. It is a tank though. It's got new shiny parts on the bottom. We'll have a look at that another time. I can just go back there for now. Right, where's my little Max gone? Here it is. Let's carry on rubbing this down. Chris, yeah, they're very easy to drive, which surprised me massively. Yeah, they are. They're quite forgiving. They just sort of pitch and roll around and ride over anything that you point them at. They are really good at just driving over stuff. Nothing really slows them down. They will just munch up loads of land. I mean, normally you go out with most cars and hit a curb, clip a curb somewhere with your RC car, you are definitely going to be breaking things. But in an X-Max, you hit a curb, it just goes up the curb. It's just like, yeah, all right. Easy peasy. That's what I do like about it. And it just doesn't look like it struggles, as we were saying on the phone earlier, that, you know, 8th scale stuff, or, you know, stuff like this will go blasting across rough ground and end up, you know, looking fast and all sort of out of control, whereas the X-Max will do it at that speed, just cruising, just easy peasy. Takes it in its stride. Yeah, definitely need to come down, mate. You know, I can come down to you, or you can come somewhere around here, and we'll get me and you and Mark and Robbie with his XRT. And then I know you've got a load of others, haven't you, down your end, that have got them or getting them. And we'll have to have a massive car meet up and have a good blast. We'll give them a good kicking. Let's read this on here. What have we got going on? Tiana. Hi Craig, king of bashing. Thank you, Tiana. I'll take that. I do try. I have been watching, actually, a lot of the Thunder RC videos where he's sending these trucks, but earlier on, and I think they're quite old videos, a couple of years ago maybe, he done a video about how to build the ultimate basher X-Max or something. I'll have to check it out. And he's put like wood screws and things in it, and I'm like, oh, he's a man after my own heart, because I love a good wood screw in these cars. This thing's full of them. But, you know, people laugh. People will say, oh, you've ruined it. What have you put a wood screw in it for? I bet that's got a better hold than the standard bolt. The threads are bigger. They cut in. I mean, in metal, the bolt is definitely better. But in these plastics, I think a good wood screw is an upgrade in places. Not everywhere. I mean, I use them as hinge pins. They're not the best hinge pins, but I've got them, and when I'm out, they break one, you just put one in and carry on. It's a basher, that's what it's for. Well, I'm bored of cleaning this. Should we get the Asuga up and take the front end of it off? Because I think there might be a click going on in the front of that. Or the drive shaft's worn and it's spinning in the hub. Not the hub, the diff out drive. I think that might need a bit of oil. Do we get the Asuga up and take the front end off the Asuga? Or do I strip this down and just keep cleaning it and tarting it up? Because mechanically there's nothing wrong with this or the X-Max. No, the X-Max is fine. I've done all that the other day. Are you cleaning the X-Max? No, this is the smaller Max. The X-Max is over there, already relatively clean. It was clean, I've ran it outside a bit today. Let's see. Yeah, Michael. Mate, when this thing's, not this thing, when that thing's in the air, geez, it can be quite scary. It's a lot of weight flying there. Well, it was a hell of a lot of weight when I got it from you with that motor that was in it. It was really heavy. I mean, the motor was amazing. Power-wise, you couldn't want any more power than that. The thing was just, you know, ridiculous. But it was too heavy. Yeah, so you're going to stick with your UDR. That's your biggest RC until you move somewhere bigger, yeah. The UDR is a cool truck as well. I really do like the UDR. Chris, you say that, wait till you see it. When you wait till you see the rock I hit today, that definitely stopped it for sure. Yes, yeah, big things tend to just stop. But I mean, as I showed you the other day, Chris, you can hit a bench with an X-Max and it will be okay on my occasion. So if I can do it, you can do it, because we know we're never going to let you live that down, are we? I mean, you did smash your car into a park bench. Sorry, but the X-Max will take it a lot better. The X-Max will take it a lot better. There's a video title, mate, for sure. I don't even know what I said. Are you cleaning the X-Max? No. Can you clean the Asuga after the Traxxas? The Asuga's pretty clean, actually, because it's not really been used much since the summer. It was all cleaned up. It done a couple of speed runs. We got a, what did we get? Nearly 80, 76, 78, something like that. 70 something miles an hour. Oh no, I think my gimbal's gonna die. That ain't good, is it? It's flashing at me. I'm gonna have to address this. Might have to reposition the phone somehow. You can't with a Creighton. Yeah, we all saw you can't hit a bench with a Creighton and get away with it. No. It was a good hit though. And it was cold as well, I think, wasn't it? If I remember rightly. Michael, I don't think I will hopefully hit anything much harder than a stick with my RCs. I baby them compared to you, mate. There's nothing wrong with looking after what you've got. Nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, it's different things, you know. People want to have them to play with and to look at. They want to do different things with them. To me, most of the fun is being in here with them, working on them, just doing silly things with them, repairing what you can just to keep sending it just because it's funny. Yeah, but you know, they all work mechanically, but there's nothing wrong with looking after what you've got and being proud of it. I like all my RCs, but we just do different things with them. Absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to look after them. If I had, you know, drifters and things like that, it would be different, but mine are all bashers. Well, I mean, apart from the Asuga and the Hebeo, but they're in much better condition than this. This is my crash test dummy. but I'll go much harder on this than I will with the Hebeo or the Asuga. The X-Max has it. I'm building that thing, so when we go out with that, that just gets sent all the time. And that's what's going to happen. What's going on? That motor was no good for it. No, Chris, you are right. That motor was no good for the X-Max. Not at all. It didn't do it any favours. It was too heavy, too torquey, but we got it sorted. Well, I'm hoping we've got it sorted. I mean, of course, I did break as well the other day, didn't I? I cracked again another ring gear in that rear diff. But I've put a new one in it now. The metal Chinesium covers are here, so we'll see how well they hold up. They seem pretty good, actually, for the money. They are very good. Tiana, you need to get merch. I'll be your first customer. Yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Get the merch back in. I might actually kit us all out. Get us all kitted out. Why not? It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Thing is, can I make it look like a school jumper and send them to school in them? That's 6x6. What's that, Michael? You've got a plan and a list of parts for the 6x6. It might end up doubling the weight of the 4x4. No way. No way, man. That'll be really heavy. Yeah, that 6x6. With it being heavier, it will go over stuff better, but I don't think it's going to hill climb. It's not going to rock crawl up stuff, is it? Easier, but it will pull stuff around. Yeah, no problem. It definitely will. Tiana, I'm your biggest fan. I'm your biggest fan ever. I like all of your videos and get you subscribers. Good. The more the merrier. I was on a push really to get to 700 subscribers the other day, but we'll see what happens. And then I was going to go out and talk about stuff on the X-Max because I've built it to hopefully now take a bit more of abuse. Well, I think this is, without taking things off now, yes, do I get the hose out? Do we go and hose this off and give it a scrubbing? She's trolling the chat. Yeah, Mark, absolutely. She's trolling the chat. I'm bored of cleaning this. Let's take the front off the Asuga. Asuga. I thought it was cleaner. This needs to get more channel time, to be fair to it, because it is an absolute weapon. I do love the Asuga. But running it at this time of year would be silly because it breaks arms for fun. Yeah, this absolutely breaks arms for fun. In the summer, breaking arms on this constantly. So I daren't take it out in the winter. But I'm pretty sure the front of it did develop a click. So I'm surprised they're still there. That is a titanium rod, which was actually a hinge pin that I had from JP Bashed. They're titanium. Lenny was saying, oh, can we like melt one into the skid plates front and rear and then put like loads of super glue and stuff on them? I said, yeah, why not? Why not? Let's give it a go. I thought they'd be off instantly. I'm surprised they're still there, because that was ages ago we done that. So we need to actually get this out maybe these dark evenings. We'll lower it down and go and bash around some car park and see if we can get some sparks off them. Right, what's going on in the chat? Let's have a look. Right, Michael, not thinking about climbing, I'm thinking of pulling things like the X-Max for giggles, mate. Yeah, if you fancy it, if you're going to up your weight, why not? We'll go for the 6x6 versus the X-Max. It'll be interesting. If we can get a toe point low enough down on the X-Max, because if you just tie it to its bumper and tie it to something low down and heavy, it's just going to pull wheelies on power. But if we can get it to go underneath, excuse me, if we can get it to go underneath, lower across the chassis, or pull high on your 6x6, then yeah, definitely up for that. Tiana, Mark, no, I'm not trolling. I got the notification that my favourite YouTuber is live. Ah, nice, Tiana. Chris with a C. Sorry, I'm back. Just ordered parts I needed for the X-Max. Good man. Parts on their way into you then, for sure. Did you go for the RPM ones in the end? Or have you gone for the stock ones? Is that a Asuga? Yes, it is. Vapor RC. Thank you for joining me, mate. Hello. Yes, this is the Asuga. This is our battered Asuga. Evening all, hope you are well. Oh, Mr. Manning. Hello, Gareth. How are you doing, mate? Long time no see. I need to get down there and get out for a bash with you all again. I cannot wait now for these longer nights to come and notice every day on my phone. I've got the like app thing, the widget on your screen, and that tells me when sunset is every day. It's like a minute or a couple of minutes longer each day. I am loving that. Just watching that get later and later. Like, yes, every day is better. Michael, leave it with me. We'll figure out a way to do it. Didn't embarrass the 6x6. No, mate. Your 4x4 dragged that 6x6 around. That thing can shift some weight. Fair play to it. It really can. That TRX4 of yours is something else. But yes, our Asuga. Just added some Eric Van Rivenstein goodies to my Asuga. Yes, he does make some quality parts. I've seen some of those on, I think Mark had a Team Corelli, and that thing was brilliant. And yeah, the parts on it looked amazing. This one is bone stock, really. I don't have an issue with it apart from arms. I only seem to break arms. I have broke a few standoffs, but only on sort of you expect to break them crashes. But arms do seem to be a weak spot. Apart from that, the only issues I've had with it are self-caused issues, like a bearing will go. And when we were out at a meet, I think it was one of the Tenby ones, is it the Heatherton Bash down there? We were at that, and Lenny was ripping this around on 8S, because it's got an 8S system in it. So when you're out at a place like that, why not run 8S? It was too fast, but every time then he hit the brakes and it would like crunch and you could hear the it was like, oh no, I knew something had gone. It's like, well, we either retire the car for the day or don't brake for as long as you can, and whatever part's in there is broken anyway. We'll just live with the consequences and fix it afterwards. And we were like, yeah, keep going, keep bashing. So yeah, Lenny carried on. It turned out to be that it was the bearing that had collapsed, and then it was just loose on the gear then, I suppose. If in hindsight, if we'd stopped and changed the bearing, yeah, might have been all right, but you don't want to stop the fun, do you? It's all about the fun. So that's what we did. But yeah, mechanically, it hasn't let me down. Only through our own stupidity. The physical things that it breaks are the arms. So I'm not too worried about upgrades in the centre of this. If somebody done an arm upgrade, I'd be interested to try something out. But apart from that, I mean, it does solid. You've seen the things that we send this through. And it's not bent. It's hard to tell with these, but it's certainly not bent. It's only the skid plates that are really worn. And we have we have beaten on this. Oi oi Manning, yes, oi oi Manning. Everyone like and subscribe to Craig's Crash and Bash, yes. Absolutely like and subscribe. Michael, I do like the look of the Asuga. Would like to see how one would do as a short course truck. Yeah, no, that's interesting, isn't it? Bear with me. I wonder. Do you know, I think I'd have to lose the wing. I'm going to have a gimbal problem in a moment. It is flashing at me. The wing is kind of affecting it a bit, but you know what, that's probably might be a bit wide. You would definitely only, yeah, you would be a little bit wide, but with some zero offset wheels, maybe you could do a short course truck. You might have to get a bit inventive. The 4 best YouTubers I know are in one place. I'm obviously the best. And I'll let you, Craig, argue over his second, third and fourth. I'm second. I'm second. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree with Gareth. He's the best. I'm second. We'll let those two argue it out now in the comments. Let's see what happens. Less power for racing equals fast. Yes, Chris, absolutely. I did try telling Lenny that, but you've all met Lenny, and I don't know where he gets it from, but he thinks somehow that power will solve everything. And sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Manning smells, pass it on. Asuga is great stock too, my favourite RC. So like, yeah, I have seen them blinged up. A few people really do deck these out with loads of parts. And they do look very nice, but I wouldn't be able to resist myself to just batter it, because that's what I like doing. What I want to do, I want to send this at full speed. Now I can probably get Oh, I don't know, maybe not with that motor mount. Can you get actually a smaller spur gear, you know, on the centre diff? Can you get a smaller, you know, gear for that? So I can put bigger pinions on? Or do I need to get a different motor mount to gear it higher? Because it's almost geared to about its maximum. But I reckon this has got 100 miles an hour in it, easy. I'd like to get it to that sort of speed, 90, 100, still with a decent sort of off-road setup, or at least for jumping, and then hit my big ramp from the big ramp videos. Set that up, I don't care if it's on tarmac or whatever. I was thinking of doing it down the end of, there's a promenade where Lenny lives, and you can go down the promenade. At the end of the promenade there's a wall, and the other side of that wall is the beach. So I was thinking of setting the big ramp up there with the two smaller ramps either side of it, and trying to hit that at 90 miles an hour with this, and seeing what happens, and hopefully hitting the big ramp, because the two small ramps I don't think would slow this down much before it hit the wall. Oh God, have I missed some comments? Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. Yep, Manning still smells, pass it on. Yep, same. It's the same comment, but I just agree. Why not? Sorry, Gareth. Let's pass it on. Has anyone passed it on in the comments? Tim Crowley would have a meltdown. Yeah, well, I sort of never heard back from him, so it's my car. It shall be sent. Keep the wing. Cut the body to fit. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, I've got old bodies here, Michael. Should we try it? Right, I'm going to have a crashing day, Mr. Crash and Bash. And remember, bash that bell. Yes. All right, Tiana, thank you very much. Is that you off now? You with Bella. Yeah, the wheelbase did work, didn't it, Vapor? I was looking at that and thinking, yeah, it could be done. Could be done. Stick some, yeah, spark arms, make it narrower. Ooh, do a short course truck it. Yes, you can get a smaller spur gear. Yeah, good, because I think I might. Smaller spur gear, bigger pinion, go fast. Because heat's not an issue with this. That's I think with, oh no, we did up it. Sorry, heat might be an issue. I thought this was a 1600 in here, but it's not. It is the 2150 that's in here. So on 8S, this thing is absolutely flying. Yes, pretty sure you can. Yeah, Lenny is the only person. Yeah, he did split that chassis in half. I was going to keep that, because when I get sorted in here, I'm going to put, you know, things like that up for fun on the wall, and my people are like, "What's that?" So that's actually Lenny's first chassis that he broke, like trophies for him. Right then. I got this up to take the front end apart, and I've just stood here waffling and reading comments. So awesome for that, though. It's nice to have people here. What are we looking for then? We'll whip this apart and see what damage it's done. In the front, because I'm sure there is damage. No, do you know what I need to do before I settle into this? Is sort something out about my thing that you're stood on. You're stood on a gimbal, and it's telling me it's going to die. I'll just have to stand up on something. What can we get you to stand on? Stack of tyres? Maybe. Evening, Chris, and all on the chat. Yep. Evening, Mark. How are we all doing? How did your biking go today, Mark? What were you up to today? Did you get out? There are some awesome biking spots around by us. Gareth, much snow down there in your end? Saying earlier, I've got absolutely no snow whatsoever here. I was hoping for some. I was hoping we were going to get snowed in. I was all set for it and everything. I'd got a few batteries charged. I was going to go out and have a play in the snow, and then I got up in the morning and there was no snow. Vapor, anyone out bashing tomorrow? I've snow forecast all night. Well, I'm planning on going out tomorrow with the X-Max, but I don't think there's going to be any snow. Not for us here anyway. Which is quite annoying because I really did want it to snow. The last time it snowed, I think it was like around November time. And I did go out, I took the X-Max up the hill because again it hadn't snowed down in the town where I live. But if you drove up out of town, it had snowed. So I'm just looking for a bit. Here it is. There we go. Do I just get the other one on there? I may as well. I said, sorry, bear with me while I dig in a bag of tools down here. How are you all doing up in the chat here? What have I missed? Anyone out bashing? Yeah, as I say, I want to get out bashing tomorrow. Is anyone else out bashing? Get out bashing, take your trucks out. When are you next out with your awesome X-Max, Chris? When are you out with that? That's what I want to know. Because mine is ready. But it might not be in the same ready tomorrow after it's been out. But then it will be ready again. So we do love getting out of the trucks. Right, I am back. I've got what I hopefully I'm going to need. Just going to use this to dig out the dirt. Here's Gareth, anyone out bashing? Haven't touched any of my RCs since late autumn. Been building a Lego Cat D11 this winter. No way. We need to see pictures of that, Michael. Get that up on the Facebook page. Definitely get that up on the Facebook page. I want to see that. Mark, when are we all going out with our X-Maxes? Yes. Yes. When are we all going out with our X-Maxes? I want to go out now. Still loads of snow here in Yorkshire. Oh, mate, I'm jealous. I am jealous. I used to live in Shropshire, and in Shropshire we did get a decent snow half the time. Yeah, we did get a decent snow. Sorry, I'm just looking at other comments. Don't ask Craig about the bike and it went all right. Oh, no, mate. No, I hope you're all right. I hope your bike's okay. Are you okay? That's the main thing. So I hope you're all right there. I hope you've not come off. Yeah, still loads of snow. Going out with the Synchro 4. Haven't used it since August last year. Go on, Chris. I did like that Synchro, actually. When I saw that again, at Heatherton, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm sure it was. I really liked it then. It does look like a good little buggy. So tough. It is tough. It is a very tough little buggy. Bloody garden work to do. You've been doing gardening work, Gareth. Yeah, when are we all going out with our X-Maxes? Yes. When are we all? Let's do it. Let's do it. Vapor RC, need an X-Max one day. Definitely, mate. You definitely need to experience an X-Max. They are something else. They are just crazy, daft trucks. I do love mine. As I sort of documented on the channel when I got it, I wasn't having much luck with it at the start. It kept eating those diffs, which I wasn't happy about, but after replacing the bulkheads, upper and lower, front and rear, and the bearings everywhere in that area, and some other bits, gears lots of times, shims. Chris, I'm sold. Mark, let's do it. Yes, let's do it. Waiting on a new bumper and front bumper support though. Yeah, well, that'll come in a few days, won't it? And then we'll be good. I would hope for a nice bit of dry weather. We've had such awful weather. It's just one extreme or another. I'm bored of winter now. I'm bored of dark nights. I need to get out. Need to get more days out with the RCs, meeting up with everyone. Late evenings out. We can stay out till 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. Love it in the summer when you can get up early. Go bashing early on a summer's morning. There's nobody around. You can do all the places that you normally are overrun. And then you can come home, enjoy the day while you just tinker or do any repairs on the cars. Recharge your batteries, chill out the hot sun, you know, find some shade, have a couple of beers or whatever, and then go out again just locally in the evening and do more bashing as the sun goes down. Them are the days I like. I do like them days. My bashing buddy has one. It's awesome. Yeah, they are awesome, mate. I was like that. As soon as I saw them online, I knew that, yeah, that's for me. That is something like that. And it took me years and years and years, and both me and Lenny look at them and like them. But we'd never seen one running. We'd been to a shop, we'd been to Wheelspin Models, and we'd seen one there in person, but not running. And then when I met all this Ceredigion group, when I met them, they were having a meet at the miners circuit. They'd invited me and Lenny along, and I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to come along. Me and Lenny had never been to anything where there was more RC people. It was just only ever us. And we turned up there and it was really busy. I mean, well, I say really busy. For me, there was like 20 people there. That's really busy. I spend a lot of the time without people around. 4 people's a lot to me. But yeah, you know, there was a lot of people there with their RCs. And Mark was there. Mark's in the chat, or he was. If he's still here, yes, he is still there. I'll get to them in a minute. Mark was there with his X-Max. Me and Lenny walked over to him and said, oh, hi, you know, we're Craig. And he says, hi, I'm Mark. And Lenny's like, oh, wow, look at that X-Max going, as it just sort of ploughed around, it eats up the rough ground there. And then Mark turned around to Lenny and says, oh, do you like that, do you? Here you go, do you want to have a go? Lenny literally dropped his Max controller, took Mark's controller, and that was it. I knew I knew from then. In fact, I've got that. That's on video somewhere. I have to find that out, see what I can make of it. Oh no, did that just round that head? Oh, oh no. But yeah, I've got Lenny's first X-Max driving experience on video. I reckon this just rounded off. Right, let's see what's been going on in the comments. I've missed a couple. You've all been doing good comments. I like it. Chris, next week? Yeah, I can probably do next week. Lenny will be with me, no doubt, so he's going to be up for that. Mark, let's do this, lads. Let's do it. I'm keen. Yes, mate, I'm keen as well. I'm keen to get out with them. 100%. Michael, we'll try and get a picture and video uploaded to the page soon. It's fun to build. Problem is, now I have nothing to work on. Can't spend at the moment. Yes, mate. I feel that. I do feel that. I don't mind. I have Rob come in to do the walls in the shed. Okay. Whenever. What day is Robbie coming? I can come that day. We can make ramps out of your walls. I'll maybe see if he can stay over and we'll go out the day after. Yeah. Yeah, mate. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Buy extra wood, though, and we'll build a ramp and you can send your X-Max. Oh, no, forget it. I'll bring a ramp. It's okay. I can bring a ramp. You'll like it. Mark, get a date set, Chris. If you can't, and we will arrange it. Or if you can, I think he means. But yes, definitely. Chris, spring is coming. Yay. Yes, mate. I cannot wait. And Mark's going to bring his TLR. You're going to bring your TLR to an X-Max meeting? Yeah, okay. I'll bring the Hebeo as well. I'll bring the Max. The Max will show all you X-Maxes. It'll show you what a tough truck is. I still stand by it. The Max is tougher than the X-Max, in my experience. Vapor, yes, love the early morning bashes in summer. BMX track for 6:30. Yeah, mate, you know it. You know it. Get there early, sun's up, it's not too hot, the trucks love it, nice bit of cool air. It's empty, just the occasional dog walker. That's all you get. Oh. No, it's not the bit, it is the screw. These are MIPs. Chris, fancy a camping weekend down here in the summer. Old Dusty is a wicked area. Close for camping. Yes. Yeah, mate. Right, that little movement then in the camera was my gimbal dying. So you're now just sort of hanging there. But unless it moves too much, you let me know. Is that all right? Is that an acceptable view? You can sort of see what's going on. Would you rather be somewhere else? You let me know how that is. Yeah, camping I'm up for. Ideally, if I'm going to do camping, I want it to be somewhere where I can park the car like a mini camper and then I sleep in the Citroen. Because you can take all the seats out of it. It's just a van. I chuck a double mattress in, bed. I ain't sleeping on no ground, man. I'm too old, too fat and too disabled to be lying on the floor. It's too far away. It takes too long to get from there to stood up. I can catch up with these comments. Michael, going to try and get my missus to let me buy a half decent light for the TRX. Yeah, oh yeah, so you're going to get a decent light kit for it. That is cool. When they've got all the lights on and everything else and you're out doing like scale things and it all looks mint, they are properly awesome bits of kit. I do really like that truck. It was too good for me. It was wasted sat here. Just, you know, I couldn't take it crawling in places where I wanted to. So, enter the X-Max. Bug daft trucks, beer and hot dogs. Yes. Yes, Chris. Welsh Bash number 2. Yeah. 2 right. The bigger bash. Because you had the big Welsh Bash. Now we'll do the bigger Welsh Bash. Hammer your hex driver in before trying to loosen it again, mate. Yeah, I can try that, Gareth. I can try that. I have got some Torx bits as well I can hammer in there. Or, I mean, it depends how severe it gets. I have got an angle grinder. It's not beyond me to cut a slot in it and use a flat-headed screwdriver. I don't want to do that now, but I mean, the chassis is not new, is it? I mean, it's not exactly a work of art, so... And it will be under a skid plate. I'm convincing myself the longer this goes on that getting the grinder out is probably a good idea. Is it a good idea to play with an angle grinder on a live stream? Will YouTube let me play with an angle grinder on a live stream? That's the wrong bit. I was thinking, wow, that's really loose. I mean, I'll try and give this a dig out again, shall I? I'll pull this to here somewhere. I don't know what you lot can see. With all the comments and whatnot. Right. Springer's coming, yeah. HP are offering me something in the corner of this. Congratulations on 700 subs. Really? I don't know how I would check that. But if that's true, fair play, thank you very much. And if it's not true, that's a cruel joke. Don't do that. In fact, you're a good chippy. Yeah, I am a good chippy, Chris. You are right. I was very good at what I did. It's the only thing I did. But I was very good at it, and I liked it. And it does mean now I've got lots of wood screws that I can stick into my cars, which I also like doing. I'm going to stick an X in front of my Max slash... Yeah, will that be allowed? Absolutely, Gareth. It will absolutely be allowed. I will let you enter that in, because those things, as you know, mate, you know, you're a Max connoisseur yourself. The Max platform is just a tank. It is just brutal. It is brutal. Mark, we have an idea. It's the Big Daft Truck Racing League. Yes. yeah, so what we're going to do is just a big league, and every time we meet up we can do races and have scores. I'll put Chris in charge with that because, I mean, it's not like he's got much on, is it? He's not busy or anything. Chris will be in charge. He won't mind. He likes it. That's hammered. Shall I attach the mole grips to this, just so it's something a bit more sturdy? I could just dig through all these drawers and find a handle, but oh, I knew that these were there. I think this is gone. I can feel it. It was doing so well, and then all of a sudden it wasn't doing well at all. No. No. That has gone. Oh, I think the quick answer is just put the grinder on it. And I know, sorry Chris. Chris just sat at home with his beer and went, oh, no! Don't put the grinder on it. Mark, we have an idea. Mike, of course, this is the way. Yes, this is the way. Stick X's on things and go bashing. And hammer it in. Yes, hammer it in. Well, we've tried hammering it in, and now it's definitely round. 100% it is rounded. View's good, mate. Awesome Vapor. I shall leave it as is. I shall move around to suit the camera. I mean, I could move it, but chances are it's all just going to start leaning over and going wobbly. Okay, Chris, big daft truck racing it is. Yes, sorted then. That is the league. Do you want to borrow my Dremel for the rounded screws? Yes, Michael. A Dremel would be very handy to me, and it's the one thing I haven't got. As I say, I have an angle grinder and cutting discs, but I don't have a Dremel. See you all later, guys. See you, Vapor. Nice one for dropping in, mate. Thank you very much. It's awesome. It's been a decent experience. How long has this been on? 77 minutes. Why not? Yeah, fair dues. Awesome. Dumbo RC, great flight kit. It's got slots to receive for each light individually. Yes. Yeah, the Dumbo RC is good stuff. We have got, which one is it? It is this one. I think it's the X6, the Dumbo X6, this one. This was actually bought for the Asuga, so Lenny could run in as Asuga because it's got a gyro and everything in it. I thought he'd want that. And he actually turned the gyro off, and he likes the Asuga with no gyro, and he's now put that on his Max. So his Max is now running this with a gyro, and the Asuga's running some dirt cheap Amazon special controller that I bought for 30 quid. I'll get them out in a minute if you want. You like Ben, dude? Yep, later, Vapor. It is true. Yes, dude, 700. Way! Nice one. Thank you all. Awesome, 700 subs. Yeah, cheers for passing that to me as if I'm not busy. Yeah, well, I know. I mean, I know you like that sort of thing. It's right up your street, that is. I'd only forget. Get too excited. Torx bit next and the hammer. Yeah. Put a Torx in it. Yeah. Yeah. It is the next step in the process. And then if this doesn't work, shall I get the grinder out? It's going to end up with a grinder. You know it, don't you? leave the angle grinder where it is. If it was your actual car, then yeah, go for it. But not on the Asuga. Ah, you don't want me to do it on the Asuga. T10, possibly. Shall we have a look? T10, I don't know. Does this focus? Maybe not. No. But that is a T10. Let's see. Possibly. I get a little bit of wiggle there. T10, right, Chris. Right, I'm going to organise this, and Martin is banned as he only drives straight. Yeah. You can ban whoever you like, but no, whoever's got a big truck or wants to lose their small truck under a pile of big trucks, which is inevitably going to happen. Yeah, anyone can come and play. I like to get out and play. Anyone is welcome to come and join in. Yeah, I don't think that one, the T15, just doesn't seem to go in. This one does go in, but I can turn it a bit just in my fingers. So I might even need to go one bigger. Yeah, leave the grinder where it is. Yeah, it was a T10. Yes, organise it. Drill it out. Drill it out is a fantastic idea. My drill broke. And I learnt this when I was fabricating. I'll use that word very, very loosely. Fabricating parts to protect bits of the X-Max, which we can get onto in a bit. But yeah, what was I saying? Forget where we were going with this. Drill it out. Yeah, my drill broke. That ain't going to bite either. So the thing with these MIP bits, the bit is fine. There's no damage on this. This is awesome. But when it slipped in there, one slip, dunk, oh, I'd done it. I knew it, I felt it, that it wasn't good. Drill it out. Yeah, I've got my drill. It's only a cheap drill, but it was ideal for in the garage. I literally had it out the other day, and the batteries now just won't take a charge. I don't know if they've got too cold because they've not been being used. But yeah, both batteries. It's not the charger because I've tried it on a couple of different RC chargers as well as the drill charger. My garage drill has died. It was literally the other day. That's why it's just here. So yeah, drilling it out isn't an option tonight, but I am going to jump on Amazon and get one. That wiggle will disappear once it meets the hammer. Well, no. Come for a bash in France on my farm? Yes, mate. Yes, I am up for that. Can we all just camp in your field? Can we do the big Welsh bash goes to France? We'll take the big Welsh bash on a tour. World tour. Down to France. That'd be pretty cool. I think if you took an angle grinder to it, it would be 1-1 with Lenny on splitting the chassis. Well, no, the chassis is not broken. In fact, the car isn't broken. I could stick batteries in it, wheels on it. It will run, but it's not happy in the front end. I have heard some noises going on in there. So I was going to clean the Max and just do a live, but I wasn't feeling cleaning the Max. So this is what it is. Yeah, I would love that. JBYD Wonder. Yes, yeah, we'd love to go to France, yeah, and do a big bash there. Yes, 100%. Flights are cheap. Or drive over. Yeah, driving over would be my preferred option. Because then I can bring cars and stuff. And if it's in your field, I will sleep in the back of the Picasso. It's long enough to chuck a mattress in and lie down on. We've done it before. I've done it a few times when we've been camping over the years. I don't lie on the ground. Not when there's a car to lie in on a mattress. Yeah, definitely. I am up for things like that. Fields, tents and bedrooms winning. There's a choice. Alright, this one feels a bit more promising. Now I've rounded it off a bit more with the smaller one. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Don't know. Not convinced. No, still not convinced. Do you know what? I'm just going to grinder it. I'm just going to cut the bugger. I won't be an absolute complete savage. I will put a brand new cutting disc on rather than use the old grinding disc that's on it. Seeing you struggle with that. Shame you're not closer, otherwise you could gladly borrow my Dremel. Yeah, mate, honestly. I have been thinking about a Dremel for a while. I just haven't got one. But I am feeling that a decent Dremel would be very good. I did have years ago, I think my mum had bought like a cordless, was it a cordless one or just a cheap one? Little Dremel thing, but it was so cheap and it was the blades that let it down. They were just soft, they wouldn't cut anything. Please don't lose a trigger finger. No, no, I do not want to do that, Gareth. Now look, I'm not completely stupid. I have zip tied the key for the grinder discs to the plug. So, I mean, I do technically have to unplug it to change the disc or be very close to the power source. So, hopefully I won't cut it off. And yeah, unfortunately, I know it'd be good for a view if I'd done it there. I don't know, I might be able to do it there. I was going to say I might do it on the floor just to be safe, but I'll have to see about where I can get power, actually. Speaking of power, well, the gimbal's dead. The phone is on 29%. I think I started on 50 odd, 60, something around there. Oh my God, you're an absolute madman using that. I think Screwfix have Dremels on offer at the moment. They do. I'm sure they definitely do. And I absolutely agree that a Dremel is the tool to use in this situation, and definitely don't do what I do. What camera do you use? That's just my iPhone that I'm on at the minute. This is an iPhone 14. Yeah, 14 Pro Max, I think it is. So it's not new by any means, but it's not old. I had it from new when they were new, so a couple of years old. Yeah, that's the only camera that I use for everything, which I know I should get other ones, but at the moment it's just a bit of fun. So that is the camera that I use. And then what I've got the laptop open then, just so I can see comments and see what goes on, because my first ever live, I'd never done this before, so thought I would set the laptop up and see what happens. And I definitely should have been more prepared. Oh my God, you're an absolute madman. Yes, yes I am. No, I've done so many years in the building trade that I've got building tools for building houses and doing general jobs, but do I really want to do this to this? I mean, it can be done. I've done it loads of times. I'm not worried about that. It is committing to putting a big cut into the Asuga chassis, which, I mean, let's look at it. It's not it's not new, is it? If anything, it'll give me an excuse to get a nice one. But then, if this was a nice one, I wouldn't want to do this to it. This is my dilemma. I want nice things, but I know I'll destroy them. I like nice things, I just don't want to kill my own. Come build me a concrete shed base, please. Bob the Builder. I would, mate. I'd be well up for that. Would have been. Bob. Yeah, I got Bob. Same here, I'm a builder in France, but I'd rather be a full-time YouTuber. Yeah. I'm not sure I would, actually. Yeah, say yeah. Would I rather do YouTube full-time? No, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't mind doing it part-time at the moment. It doesn't pay, I just do it for a laugh, but I never intended nothing to ever pay. I started the YouTube channel through disability, really. I was put off work over a year ago, and I'd gone from working full-time, being a full-time carpenter, builder, doing work. I'd worked, you know, pretty much every day of my life since I was 15 years old. And then woke up with a bad back and found out, yeah, it's to do with discs and it's not going to get better, blah, blah. So I thought, well, I can't sit around doing nothing. They've told me I can't work. I physically would struggle to do my job. So I'm like, well, I'm going to do something. So I'm just going to start filming my hobby and making little silly videos and entertaining myself. Why not? Why not was totally my thing. Entertain, keep myself busy mentally, something to do. So yeah, I just started making videos. That's how I got here. That is now why I am stood here chatting to, what 8 people. I'm impressed with that, to be fair. Can't see. Oh yeah, I can see on here. 94 minutes. Oh, nice. You sent me that link. Yeah, I've just seen that link pop up, Michael. Thank you very much. Gareth, got to go, guys. See you all soon for a bash, hopefully. Yes, cheers, Gareth. Thank you very much for dropping in, mate. It's been really nice to see your name there. Cheers, mate. Thank you. And yeah, definitely. We will definitely have to meet up for a bash. 100%. Jesus Christ, I've just come back and you're using power tools. My OCD has just gone bonkers. Chris, don't watch, mate. Don't watch. Things have escalated. Did you try knocking in the Torx 15? Yeah, I did, Mark. I did. And I could stand here for hours trying loads of different little things, and, you know, fair play. The, you know, who was it? JBYD did say, you know, drill it out, and I'm like, yeah, could do that, but my drill died. Well, my drill seems okay. My drill batteries have died. So yes, I did try and do that. And yeah, Chris, your eyes aren't deceiving you. I am going to use this to cut out that bolt. I've debated it. I've played with the pros and the cons. If this was a new chassis, then I wouldn't do it. But it's not a new chassis. It's very old. It's not bent or anything, but it is very old. So I've put a new disc on, though. I mean, it's a brand new disc. Showed it some respect. I could have used an old one with chunks in it. So let's just get on with it. So let's just cut this out. I haven't even got into the diff yet. That didn't sound good. Ah, that's still in, that's why. That caught in. Now, my only concern with this, that's better. My only concern with this is, as I cut this and sparks go this way, there's a smoke detector literally the other side of that door frame there is into a hallway. There's a smoke detector in there, and if that goes off, it goes off in the entire house. And for Craig's next magic trick, how to explain to the wife how the Asuga is in two. Yeah, she wouldn't be interested anyway. I would start telling her and all she would ask is, how much is it going to cost? That is literally all you'd get from her. Right, let's do this. Oh dear. Come on, that's got to be worth a like, a subscribe, a little love art thing, something. Come on. First go. There is damage to the chassis. That did happen. It's not much damage, but it is out. Let me move this out of my way. I'm just going to move this over here for now. And I will just unplug it, just in case I kick it or trip. If you've been in the trade long enough, you will have seen injuries from tools like that. So just make sure that you're not going to stand on one. That was awesome. Well done. Cheers, Chris. Craig, I am amazed that Asuga is in one piece and you've got the bolt out. Mate, I know what I'm doing. I know how to use the tools. I'm just using them on the wrong thing. That's all. Don't have a look at this damage. I don't know what you can see. Just there. There we go. It's where the grinders touched it, but I'm not too worried. Right, this now, hopefully. Oh, the bearings fell out. Oh, that's from the steering there. Okay, I shall put that there. Let's have a bit of a tidy up here. Could be worse. Yeah. Could be worse, mate. Could be worse. Could be yours, yeah. Could be yours. It's out though. It is out. Let's just have a bit of a clear up. They can go back in there. These can move. No, they can go down here for now. In my bag. Exactly, mate. And people say I'm the nutter improvising stuff for my RCs, mate. We're all the same. We're all crazy. I love a bit of ingenuity. I like to, just make it up as you go along. I like to be able to just fix things on the fly and keep going. Find different ways. It is good. Oops. That's that off. What's your favourite RC? What's my favourite RC of all time that I fancy, or what's my favourite RC that I own? And also then, yeah, I'll put that out to all of you lot. If money was no object, we'll do the cliche of whatever RC truck, what would you have? What is your up there truck? See, mine, I suppose, mine would have been the X-Max. I always wanted an X-Max. And then when I got mine, I was disappointed because it didn't do what I wanted it to do because it was used, it's what happens. It was built to do different things to what I wanted to do with it. But now that I've built it the way I like it, the X-Max is, at the moment, my favourite car. But I love them all. The X-Max is good, but it does have its, good points and bad points. It does have its limitations. But as a whole, it is a very, very good truck. It's just a good all-round entertaining truck. So, yeah, is the X-Max my favourite? The X-Max is the best at doing everything okay. But like the other day, I went down, I met Robbie. We went out with Robbie. I took the Hebeo out on a flat car park. And I guarantee you the Hebeo, with its road tyres on, was more fun on a flat car park than the X-Max would have been. The X-Max would have done it. I could have drove the X-Max there, no problem. But on that day, the Hebeo was my favourite. So it's one of them, isn't it? This thing corners like a housefly and is fast, like really fast for an off-road car. But yeah, all-round favourite at the moment, probably the X-Max. It is a good car to go out with. Well, for me, I'm here. It's finally come, as you know. Dream truck, yeah, it's the X-Max. Chris, I'm with you. I totally agree. I do totally and utterly agree that ever since seeing one in early videos, I always wanted one. I just knew. It's like, they look amazing. I want one. And then it was Mark's. It was Mark that first let me have a go of his. Well, I actually let Lenny have a go first. Lenny was the first one out of me and him to have a go of an X-Max. And yeah, it was Mark's X-Max. Battling me. Same X-Max, but my diffs keep going. Mate, change your bulkheads. Change your bulkheads. I don't know how old your X-Max is, but you'll see it in an earlier video I done a why is my X-Max trash, because it just kept letting me down. It was the diffs just kept annihilating themselves, and I thought it was the big power that was in it that was causing the problems, but even with the stock motor in it, I did kill a couple. Not as many, but a couple. I changed bulkheads, front and rear, upper and lower, and put all new bearings in. And so far, touch wood, they have been bulletproof. Apart from, I done a short a week ago where we took it out. It was icy out, it was that cold, and the X-Max landed on its arse, and it bent the arm so bad on that rear end. The flex was, it looked broken, but it wasn't. But it had flexed so much it actually ripped the diff case off the ring gear, and that's what killed the tooth. But since doing new bulkheads, upper and lower, not had an issue with them. And when you compare new bulkheads to your old bulkheads, when you get them both out and you sit there and you move your diff from one to the other, you will then realise, oh yeah, God, that's in there well. For me, it's a toss-up between my TRX4 and my UDR. Probably rather my UDR, more if it stayed upright on corners. Yeah, it's a bit tippy overy that, isn't it, that UDR? Although it does just look so cool. It is such a cool RC. You do have to love the UDR. Metal front bulkheads are the key, in my opinion. For what, Chris? For the X-Max or for the Hebeo? Or for the Asuga? So I've not really had any diff issues with the Asuga, only ones brought on by my own stupidity. If I had to pick a dream truck, now it would be the Techno ET 48.3. I can't exactly picture what the 48.3 looks like, but is it the truggy version that's coming out, or is it a big truck? I don't think I'm clued up on that one, Chris. what you're fixing, man. This is the AS Asuga. Well, our AS Asuga. I'm taking the front end off just to have a look, just to examine it really, because I've had some clicking, some odd noise that goes on in the front of this. But it'll drive a lot of the time, no problem. Has no problem, it'll cruise along quite happily. And then other times, you'll just do the wrong thing and it makes nasty clicky noises. Now, it might be, my hope, best case, is that it is the drive shaft that goes into the side of the diff. I would hope that the drive shaft is worn. I did have a look. I did have a look before, and it did look very worn. So I'm hoping what's happening is it's just slipping inside. Put that there for now. Yeah, I'm hoping the drive shaft is just slipping in the diff cup. So it'll either mean a new diff cup, which would be a bonus, because I've got one of them, or it'll be a new drive shaft, which I think that's more than likely the case. I think it's going to be the drive shaft. So that is what I'm hoping for. This hasn't been apart very much. It doesn't generally require a whole lot of maintenance, the Asuga, because it doesn't get a massive amount of running, and especially now that we're using an X-Max and the 2 Maxes. It seems a shame to bash these trucks. Even though I know it is a basher, they reckon, don't they? It's a buggy basher. What do they call it? It's their X size. It certainly doesn't want to come apart too easily. Certainly doesn't. I'll have to take it apart again and check my bulkheads then. Yeah, my old bulkheads on my X-Max, they didn't have any cracks in them, or they didn't look damaged to look at, but they were worn. They were just like warped. They were bigger. They were just worn out. So even just looking at one, because I didn't think it's going to make any difference. It won't make any difference by changing the bulkheads, because my bulkheads weren't broken. But as it turns out, changing my bulkheads made all the difference. But I'd done it all at the same time. I'd done bulkheads, bearings, gears, everything in that end was all done in one hit. So I knew it was all brand new, and then therefore couldn't be an issue. Could not be an issue. Them GPM aluminium bulkheads do look sweet. They sure do. They sure do. Don't know. I don't know if I would want aluminium bulkheads. Maybe for this sort of thing. Oh yeah, the front's off. Maybe the Asuga and the Hebeo, I'd put aluminium bulkheads on, but I'm not sure about sticking aluminium bulkheads on the Max. Or even on the X-Max. I've got the diff covers, whether I would want, maybe the top. The top plate I would do in aluminium, but I don't think I would do the bottom on the X-Max. But I've not looked into it. I'm sure other people have looked into it and checked it out. Sounds like you've got your hands full. Yeah, did have. Just thinking, could it be the drive gear on the front diff to the ring gear skipping a tooth? Could be. Could be, yeah. X-Max, Chris, yes. That's what you were on about then. So yeah, aluminium bulkheads, I don't know. Diff covers for the X-Max, yes. Lower bulkhead, probably not. Upper bulkhead little piece, yeah. Possibly, I'd go for that. Right then, let's, what should I do? Have a bit of a clear here, that's what I was doing. And then I've made more mess. Let's put this here. Right, phone is now on 20%, so we'll have to end this at some point. Any 6S armour. And oh yeah, you mean the diff covers for the X-Max, yeah. Jay says, yeah, same. I would only do the top. Yeah, I think only the top of the X-Max bulkheads is all it needs. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if you do new bulkheads, upper and lower, mine are only stock. New bulkheads, upper and lower. And, you know, put new bearings in, make sure it's shimmed. But with the new bulkheads, I found when my new bulkhead went in, I didn't need to shim it at all. But my old one that kept killing the gears, I was having to put like 3 shims in places. Full bulkheads on any Armour 6S, 8S, yeah. Those things, unfortunately, it's the same. It's what I absolutely love and also hate about Armour, is that you do have to, if you want to really abuse them, it's probably best not to do them up so much, because you're just adding weight. But then they do look so good. I do just love how they look. You get an Armour that's kitted out with all the bits. They are a sexy truck. They really are. That is... Ooh. Just clearing the decks. I thought, what is that? That's an odd thing to find. Guesses in the comments, what's this? You know what it is. We were talking about them earlier. Yes, you've got the aluminium covers for your X-Max. JD. Yeah, people say they're a must. I've got some. I've only bought some cheap Chinese ones, but they're going to be tougher than plastic. And they were cheap, so they've gone on. I hope you're planning to grease that front diff when you put it back together. Remember how much grease I had in the X-Max diffs. Yeah, you had them fully greased, mate. They definitely weren't going to get, you know, hot and damaged through lack of grease there. These are probably a bit dry. No, there's a little bit in there, but not a lot. But the gear itself looks okay, feels smooth. A little bit of lash there. But it all looks, get it in the light a bit. Does all look okay. Still fluid in there, although it's light. Anyone in here got a rough idea of what weight should be in the front? Because there's definitely resistance there, but there ain't a lot. Smooth though. It is smooth. I can't see any signs of damage or any shards of metal, no cracks. I can see dustings of metal on the outside. So on the inside, I can't see many sort of glittery sparkles. But on, yeah, this side, I mean, first of all, look how bent that is. So this is where I think my issue has come from. I think this has been bent, the arm's pulled out, even just a little bit, which has then pulled the drive shaft so it's not fully sat in the cup. And can you see the like glistenings of metal shavings stuck to everything around here? I don't know if you can get it on the camera. There's like shining little glittery bits of metal on the outside of the diff. So I'm thinking that, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I think I know what's wrong with it. It needs a new drive shaft. Well, at least it's not the diff. Diffs are good. These take 8S as well. 8S through these diffs. Yeah, the gears have never been an issue. The diffs are not a problem on this. Yeah, I didn't need to shim mine on. Yeah, new ones, Chris. I found they don't need any shims at all on the X-Max. Issue I have with Armour is they are bastard heavy trucks. They are, mate. They are very heavy. Very heavy indeed. But beautiful. And I do want one. It's the Big Rock. If I'm going to get one, I think it would be the Big Rock. Could be frayed by an infraction though as well. But definitely 6S. I'll be looking at a 6S Armour this year. 60 front, 100k centre, 30k on the rear. Nice one. 60 in the front, yeah. Maybe. Well, it's working fine at the minute. I'm not going to take it apart, but there is resistance there. 60 though, nice one, man. Yeah, shame they're so heavy. They should make a 1/5 scale 8S version of their 4S plastic chassis. Yeah, why not? I mean, that's all the X-Max is, isn't it? You look at an X-Max and look at a Max. The way that they lay out inside is different, but the structure of the truck is almost identical. Yes, Michael. Yeah, I would put Traxxas 1 million weight oil in that. It would behave similar to a limited slip diff. That's what they use on the UDR, and I put it on the 4x4. On a front diff, I wouldn't do that, but on a rear diff, I definitely would, especially with 4-wheel drive, because that'd help to, I believe, that'd help to increase oversteer on power in a corner. Which is what I like. I like that style of driving with the trucks. I know it's not the fastest, but it is fun. Yeah, my problem with that, I think, is, if I can get this out, away from that sway bar, there we go. I think my problem is this. Will it focus? You see how the drive shaft head is? I can't get it to focus up close. No, doesn't want to play, but you can see there's not the arms on that that should be. Like spiky little points they are. So yeah, I think that arm's cracked. That's pulled backwards out of the cup and it's been spinning in the cup. Yeah. The cup actually looks in excellent condition, but that drive shaft has had it. And that'll be why we're losing drive at certain points when on power and on the brakes. That would explain it. And it was giving out like a clicky, grindy noise. But it didn't sound like a diff. I wasn't convinced it was a diff. So I can't do anything about that because that's a drive shaft that I need. Let's see what the comments are saying. I would do it on the front and rear and lock the centre. Yeah, on the Max and on the X-Max, the centre diff is almost locked. Not quite locked, but almost. But the front of the X-Max, the weight across that front axle is very light. It's not a lot at all. Is it like 15 or 20? I can't remember. It's around that. Chris will know. Chris has just done his. What's the X-Max's weight, Chris? But I know the front of the X-Max is very light for diff oil. And I'm guessing, again, it's only a guess, I don't know, it's to help with turning on power and not roll over on yourself. Because if your front axle was locked, especially on a monster truck, as you turn, say you turn right, and the truck then leans over, it lifts up an inside wheel. Well, with an open diff, that wheel can let some of the power out, and you lose drive to the wheel that's on the ground. Whereas if they were locked, that wheel on the ground would keep driving and just roll you over dead easy. So I do think having light in the front will help you turn as the truck dives forward and you get back on the power. Otherwise, you would definitely roll over a lot. In fact, if you've got your front almost locked, mate, that's probably why your UDR's rolling over a lot. I know they are likely to roll them, the UDRs, but I do think with a lighter oil in the front, it would handle a lot better, maybe. It would handle a lot better. Right. Chris, that's defo your problem, bud. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I think it is. I think that is the problem. I mean, while I'm at it, this part that I showed you earlier, that is actually the arm wedged onto the hinge pin. So as this came off, so this is, it's obviously taken a hit, and I've not even realised it's taken a hit. We've carried on. That is broken off there. So I may as well get a new pair of arms. But at least it's not a diff. Yeah, the outdrives, I've got a spare outdrive. I bought some of them when I was buying some for the Max, because they wear out on the Max. I'm not going to fit it now. It's pointless fitting it now. I need a drive shaft. Need a drive shaft. Right, let's move this then. Because my phone is on 15%. So let's move this out of the way. Bring the X-Max over. And then I shall say goodnight to you all. Move things out the way. Because I need a cup of tea. I wonder if the wife's watching. I'll bring me a cup of tea down, love. She won't be watching. She fucked off long ago. I was like, nah, I ain't watching this, I'm out. She can't shout at me for having trucks on there though, or on that table. I'm allowed to put trucks on that table. Michael, yeah, that's your problem there, mate. The dog bone has had it. It certainly has. It certainly has. Craig, I'll check my stock in the morning, bud. I might have the drive shaft. Oh, nice, mate. Yeah, if you've got that, that would be awesome. I'll sort you out, get that sent over. Couldn't believe how nimble the X-Max is for such a big truck. Yeah, they're very good. They do feel good. I think an upgrade from the stock servo is a must. If you've still got the stock servo in it, not the one that comes in the Ultimate, just the standard X-Max one, then I would recommend changing that. Now, I've got a stock servo for the X-Max here, because mine was on stock when I got it, but it didn't feel very good, so I got one of those yipping AK-70s that Mark told me about. Put that in the truck, done the little video on it, that's on the channel. And it's amazing. Honestly, for the money, you cannot beat that servo. It is so good. I've even done some, again, modifications is probably the wrong term. I've butchered my X-Max and built it to be a basher. It's built to be tough. It ain't built to be pretty. I'm building it to take an absolute kicking. So we'll get that up. What have I missed? The servo that comes with the Ultimate is genuinely decent. Tiana, you're still live. Yes, I'm still live. Not for long, though. I mean, fair play. Everyone in the comments has kept me really entertained. We've all had a good chat. It's been really nice. And if there is anyone still here that hasn't subscribed, make sure you do. And hit the like and all that. Tiana will tell you. The new servo that comes with the Ultimate is genuinely decent. Yeah, Chris, I've heard that as well. That the upgraded servo for the X-Max is good. But the stock one that they send it out with, mine didn't break. Here. Mine didn't break. This still works because I'm going to put it in the Max. Yeah, it's a bit not too good for an X-Max, but in a Max it should be okay. So I'm going to put it in the Max. Did you miss your favourite fan? Oh, did I miss my favourite fan? No, I don't know. First of all, does she really think she's the favourite fan? Yeah, guys, make sure you bash that bell and smash that subscribe button to be part of the community. Should have kept her in here all the time, shouldn't I? But yeah, this servo's all right. It's not bad at all, but the other one's better. It just is. And it's cheaper. The AK-70 is nice and cheap. But yeah, you can build the X-Maxes to take a kick in. It's very good. Very good indeed. Right, I'll show you quickly a little look over this and then I'm going to get going because I have got 13% left on my phone and the laptop's plugged in, so that's okay. And I want a cup of tea, and I'm guessing the wife isn't watching. Tiana, message your mum and tell her I want a cup of tea. She'll have to come and get my cup though, it's here. Don't, I'll get told off. Yeah, my X-Max, I was going to go out with this today, do a video on modifications that I've done to it to try and toughen it up a bit on the cheap. Doesn't have to be pretty, does have to be strong. It does have to take the abuse that I'm going to give it. Said the same thing today, genuinely impressed. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Right, I'm off now. See you again. See you, mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you, Michael, for staying. Awesome. It's been nice to do this and actually have people interact. So thank you very much, mate. Definitely keep in touch. I'll see you soon. The new servo, yeah. Oh, did I miss Michael's comment from earlier? I must have. Sorry, Michael. But yes, nice to have you. Yeah, I was talking to the lads earlier. When X-Max servo is dead, I will get the AK-74. Yes, mate. AK-70 or AK-74? Can't remember. But it is a beast. It is a good servo. Very good. I've texted her and said put the kettle on. Right. Yeah, quick look over this then. I'll start you from the front end and bottom. I've fit a bash bar to it. I want to go out and test this. We're going to make sure that these do make a difference. I've also, laugh at me all you like, I have made a stainless steel front lip for the bottom of this because I keep breaking just the front here on the skid plate. So this is made from an old wood saw, hand saw blade. So it's stainless steel. It's really hard. I had to cut it out, heat it up, put a little bend in that, and now it just sits on there to hopefully just take a bit of the damage, take a bit of that hit as it hits. And then in there is my aluminium diff cover. It's only a cheap one. It's one of the cheapest ones you can find on AliExpress. 7 or 8 quid, I think they were. The servo Kevin Talbot uses looks awesome. Yeah, that Perfect Pass one or the other one. They do look good, but they're bloody expensive, and I normally kill stuff, so it don't matter how expensive a servo is. If I'm sending this at a skate park, 30 feet, concrete landings, they're electrical components, they can only take so much. So I'd be gutted if I killed a near £200 servo or £150 servo. I would be gutted if I'd killed that. Whereas that, 30 something quid, I think you can't go wrong. Other thing I've put on this is the, again, metal bell crank cover in there. The plastic one broke. The one on AliExpress was cheaper than the stock form one, so I bought the AliExpress one. It's held up really well. That's been on there a while. That has actually had some heavy hits, and it's done well. Got the gear cover on the back in aluminium. It's a bit big to move this thing around. Yeah, in there, look, gear cover on the back in aluminium. Another thing I've done to this is on the motor mount. The motor mount on these is just 2 L-shaped bits of plastic. Well, I'd crashed with this quite hard and the motor had pulled the thread because I'd landed on the roof. And the motor had ripped the thread on one of those mounts. So I've put longer bolts in and put a nut on the end of it. There's no way you're going to see it on the live, but in there, down on the bottom, underneath the motor, I had to take the back end of the truck off to do it. There is nuts. You might just see one there. There is a nut in there on top of the mount. And that's just to try and hold the motor in a bit more on heavy crashes. And then that's about it, really. Rear cover on the diff. That is all. Apart from that, this is mostly stock. mostly stock, apart from the Max 5 ESC, naturally. Let's get one of these. So yeah, there we go. X-Max. It is a beast. It has been out for a little run today. Right, where are we here? Where to are we? That stainless is an excellent idea, dude. Thank you very much. We'll see if it holds up, but it doesn't add much more weight, so I'm hoping it takes it. I mean, I've been watching Thunder RC's earlier videos, and the things that he does, homemade sort of fixes to hold it together, that he does to the truck before it's broke, and then it holds together better than standard. I'm up for that sort of thing. A bit of home modifying. Yeah, looking epic. Yeah, the perfect pass, it's 125 bucks, yeah. Is expensive. And is it right that for that 125 bucks you don't even get a warranty? Not that that would bother me, because I wouldn't be paying that for a servo that I could kill on the first jump. Just happens. I have a Max 6 G2 and it's a completely different truck. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. When I went from stock electrics to the Max 8 in the Maxes, the difference was massive. Right, dude, awesome. I'm heading for a cheeky beer. Pleasure once again. Stay awesome. Cheers, Chris. Nice one for joining me. I've really appreciated that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm off now anyway. My phone's fast running out of charge. This is done. I need tea. This has gone on long enough. So yeah, that's it. Hit the love art. Show me the love. Let's all say goodbye and good night. All right, I'll wrap that up. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining me. People that have stayed with me all the way through. Fair play. People have put in time here. So thank you very much. I will have a video coming out soon of me destroying the X-Max, no doubt. And we are definitely going to be arranging a meet where me, Chris, Robbie, all the other guys down there, Mark as well, of course, will be coming. We're going to do big truck showdowns, absolutely. Awesome. Right, thank you very much. I don't know how to turn this off. Let's see. Gonna go here. I can start a poll. Do I just press X? Bye!